Are we gonna only dance today?
This is just a dancing episode. You see, we're getting down. We dance too.
So, like, who's gonna talk now?
So, welcome to Talk About Us. We thank you for coming back to another episode with Lady Jazzo and
Nella.
we hope you've been enjoying yourselves so far. We just want to share knowledge and information and experiences with you. So today we are going to talk about dating, and for many of us at some point in our life we have dated. All started out maybe in high school, but with the new generation I'm starting to hear that people are dating in middle school. So now I guess I'm outdated with dating starts in high school.
Sorry, I'm gonna eat, okay? I am actually
Listen.
hungry, but I feel like if we are talking about dating, we will be talking about food too, you know?
Yeah, most dates.
Because when you go on a date, where do you go?
Out to
Nice
eat.
food. Yep. So I feel like this is actually appropriate.
By the way, while she mentioned that,
So let me eat.
be mindful where they're trying to take you out on this first date.
Oh.
Don't take me to no McDonald's,
No.
Burger King.
No, that's no. So I would go to a nice French place, French or steakhouse.
Wow.
Because I like steak, and I know it's not like girls thing, but I actually love steak.
Wait, you're trying to tell me steak is a guy's thing? They get everything. Come on.
I thought girls are no like salad, chicken, or fish. Guys are like more steak or one.
Oh, please.
On a first date.
Listen,
No.
she loves steak and I love seafood. So
Oh.
you can take me out to a good seafood restaurant,
Perfect.
City Island, you know,
Nice.
preferably.
That sounds
Or
good.
we can go somewhere in Maryland because, you know, Maryland have the best seafood too. But yeah, when you, especially if a male want to make an impression, you want to take her out on a nice place on the first
and
date.
don't be like looking at prices, okay? And go, oh, this is so expensive. Or like, we can't get that, you know? No. If you have to take a loan, take a loan. But listen, you can't be like that. You have to be generous.
Right. So
And shopping. Take me to Fifth Avenue or like we want Jimmy Choo.
Jimmy Choo. Oh yeah, you see, we have expensive tastes. So if you
Where are
want,
they? You have expensive things.
she doesn't want to admit it on camera. She likes nice things too.
Oh, I do.
Right, so
I do.
we
I'm
ha-
just
we ha-
gonna not tell.
Oh,
Specifically.
she's gonna keep it a secret. I won't.
Yeah.
I like finer things in life.
Yeah, so dating. Well, I have not been dating for a while, so I don't even know how like dating looks like now. But I have friends who are all on this dating apps, you know, and this like every thing is online that you talk to someone for like a year or two, and then you go on a date. You know that like this was not like that, but I was like, you know, on the market. This
She was on the
was
market.
this was we met in person and talked in person.
Right.
So now it is a different story. I feel like, you know.
No, you're right, and I think because of COVID, the whole dating site things have increased even more because people weren't going out to the places where you would normally socialize and meet people at, and a lot of places were closed. Like for me, I'm on a dating scene, and that's now new for me because straight out of high school, I went into a long-term relationship, and then after that, I went into another long-term relationship in which I got married, and then I ended up getting divorced 3 years ago. So now, like, I'm on the dating scene, and again, for a lot of it, it's been during COVID. So I use a lot of the dating apps. Most of them are a joke, funny. It's people just like any other social media outlet. People pretend to be people that they really not. People have ulterior motives. So you got to
Hold on,
kind
hold
of
on.
wean out.
So it happened to you that the guy looked like completely like different than on the picture.
Oh no, I
or
didn't
stuff
get
like that.
catfish. That's catfish.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay, that's catfish.
Yes,
Okay.
that's catfish.
Never mind. I didn't know that. Like we have some fish names
Yeah.
on like dating sites. Okay. Okay. So like catfish. So like that. What have you had it happen that you called somebody and like that guy wanted to FaceTime and then they were naked or stuff like that?
Oh, I didn't FaceTime. I had somebody FaceTime me and I picked it up and the guy was naked. And I was like, I quickly ended it because I was shocked, first of all. And second of all, you know, you don't know who was around me. My child could have been sitting next to me. Anybody could have been sitting next to me. So you don't know who was there. When you FaceTime, and you FaceTime me like naked, like I seen every body part. And
Oh my gosh, man, don't do this. This is like we
don't. You don't
we
know
don't
if that
want
woman
to
is with their
see
child or what. They could be in church. You FaceTiming them naked.
We don't want to see your genitals before we see your face, you know? We want to see your face first.
Face before genitals.
Yeah, just be man. Present yourself, you know, like man, not like some kind of gigolo or how can we call it?
Sex
I don't
object?
know. Yeah, right. We don't want sex object. I mean, sometimes, you know, but that's okay. That happens after, you know.
And women, we are wired different than you guys, so we want to get to know you first. All right, before you start whipping out stuff on FaceTime, Google, whatever they call it, Zoom. Like we want to know you. We know that you guys think with your other head first, but that's not how we think. All right, so
Okay.
I want to get to know you first. I want to know this head before I know this head. All right. So
Okay, so no nudity on FaceTime, okay?
none, please.
Maybe if we ask for it. Okay?
Right, or
That-
if we
that
schedule
is
it with you,
different.
then that's different. But don't randomly video chat me and be naked.
Yeah, and you have kids, right? So
Yes, I have kids, I go to church.
So your sons are like around you, and
Right.
like this like naked picture comes up, and like you don't know what to do. It's like oh my gosh.
And thank God I wasn't
Like,
around
it's
nobody, but I
crazy.
still ended it. It is my first reflex. Like, are you kidding me?
He was bad down there. Like,
No, it wasn't. But it was the principle behind it all. Okay, you gotta handle a lady with class.
Exactly.
All right, we gotta deal with the head before you're trying to get in the bed.
Oh, that was
Come
a
on,
good
come
one.
on.
That was a good
Know
one.
my mind first. Let me know your mind first. Jeez.
So this is even like before the first date. This is happening.
Yes,
right?
we hadn't even met in person yet
That's-
for the first date.
That's crazy. Okay, but you know, I can see guys doing that. Okay, fine. Guys do this stuff. Whatever.
Well,
So,
guys,
like,
don't do it, especially
yeah,
if she's a
don't do
mother
it. Don't.
or
do it.
she's because you don't know who's around her at that moment. Now, if you want to schedule an appointment, that's different. Okay.
Yes, at night, you know, with like candles and stuff, you know, you wanna FaceTime with some other
Not get
call.
candles and all that stuff FaceTime. That's in-person treatment, okay? This is
Sorry.
in-person, you're not getting your candles, dim lights, none of that, all right?
So, okay,
Let me
now
drink
like
some soda.
we are moving to the first date and next date. So you don't go to McDonald's, okay? That's
I'm
clear, okay? That's we cleared that one, okay? So like you wanna go? You said to.
We can go to a nice sit-down restaurant.
Okay, yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be, I like seafood, but I don't only eat seafood. You know, so you can go to a nice sit-down place or even do activity. Like, yeah, I like going out. We can go bowling. We can go to the movies. We can do activities. Like I'm all for it. And for me,
See?
that's how you get to know somebody.
See, like I won't do movies because I wanna speak to the person. You know, I don't wanna sit down and watch movie. Then like, what do I know about the person then?
But you can
I
learn.
mean, some guys.
No, you can learn
you
something
can
about
only
somebody
movie with
in the
them,
movie
no, nothing
theaters.
else, but-
Because I did a first date
Nothing
and about
only movie
somebody
with
in
them,
the
no,
movie
nothing
theaters.
else, but-
Because I did a first date in the movie theaters, and the guy's phone kept going off. He had to step out, answer his phone 4 times. He had to go back to the car to get this, go back. So I learned something through there,
Oh.
like.
Oh, okay.
Right,
then,
right.
okay,
So
okay, okay.
you
I
can
get that
learn,
too. Okay,
you know,
okay.
from experience because you couldn't even
Okay.
set that attention time to that set. You know, you kept doing stuff. So it's
Yeah.
obvious this date don't mean much to you. So
Yeah.
they're not, because listen, for y'all that's dating, get y'all a notebook or something, because you get crossed off real quick like that. You gotta weigh the pros, the cons. You gotta know who you dealing with, and honestly, know what you want, because that's the big issue a lot for us women. Let's be honest. Sometimes we don't know what we want. We'll say he's not the one, he's not the one, he's not the one, and then if your homegirl asks you what you want, what you're looking for, you don't even know. So you gotta know what you want before everything. So like for me, I sat down, I made a list of characteristics of what I wanted in the male, then things that I would compromise with,
Hold on.
and then things I would not accept at all.
Oh, okay. Be specific. So, what you won't accept at all, or
Well,
like what you want.
Well, what I want, I'm not saying it on here because then I might find somebody on the website, they're gonna know or everything that I want. No, I need to genuinely see you with those marks. So that's why too, like when I'm talking to people, I tell them certain information because I don't want to tell them everything, and then now that's the person they're gonna be, because they know that's the person I'm looking for.
That's a social worker, okay? So
But-
like when you want to date, you know, therapist or social worker, you're
Or a
gonna-
psychologist, you're gonna be in trouble.
You're gonna go through certain steps, you know.
Test.
So it's like interview, IQ testing, personality testing.
Right. We're gonna diagnose
background
you.
check. Background check. That's a big one. You know. I mean, if you have like 5, you know, felonies and like 20 years in jail, you know, maybe not for me. Okay.
Listen, I'll only
Maybe
take
not for me.
2.5 felonies, all right? That's all.
Good. That's nice. That's nice. You are very nice. I'm like, I'm not sure, you know. But then hold on. But you know, I have all this like criteria. Fine. No, this. No. But if you happen to be a billionaire, we can skip
can work
all
it
the
out.
steps. You know, we can skip that. You know, and we are good. You know.
And let us say we are not down in men that's been incarcerated, because I know some men that's been incarcerated that turned their lives around, business owners,
That's true.
millionaire,
That's true.
billionaire.
That's
So we talk, but a lot of time we joke around too. So I just want to clear it up, because there's somebody for everybody.
Thank you, because
All right, just like for a woman,
Because
there's somebody for
it's a
each
joke.
of us, right? So we are, you know, we joke, and what what Nayla may like, I may not like, and somebody else may like. So it's everybody's preference. All right, so we just want to know, we joke a lot, never to offend anybody.
yes, and we talk about our experiences with
Yes.
dating.
Yes.
So like this is us.
Us, right? We're not talking
Okay.
about it. If you can relate, good. But we're talking about us.
Yeah. So you move on. So like first date, dog is good.
Well, for
You do
me,
all
it's a
all
while.
assessment, okay.
I should take a while before I get to the first date, because being, like she said, mental health profession, you can wean people out before the first date. You're not going to waste my time with the first date if you can't even get past the prerequisites. This is like college, right? You need to pass the prerequisites before you can go on the first date. And when you talk to people, you find out a lot about them. So, you know, a conversation may be something that really turned you off or whatever, and you've done. Like for me, I've conversated with some people, and some things they have said or some actions have like completely turned me off. So there is no first date, because I'm done at that point. Scratch. And I know they say people could present, which Nayla tells me all the time, people could present differently in person, whatever, but I'm gonna be honest, some people get scratched off before they even make it to their first date. No, now if you
So
get,
what is it that you simply scratch them off? What like completely like turns you off?
It's no like one thing. Like you get to know stuff. Some things just get under your skin and
Yeah.
annoy you, and you know, and I'm not gonna even label specific things because I've been running into people stuff that I've never ran into before. So it would have never been on my, crossed out list. And it's like, oh, people out here do this, people out here think that way. So when I come across it, I kind of know, I get this feeling and I know like, this is not
Okay.
somebody I
What
want to date or
about
be.
a guy who talks too much about his ex?
Oh no, that for me, that's an automatic disqualifier because I feel like you're not over your ex.
Automatic disqualified.
If you're gonna, if you're gonna just always talking about your ex, then there's no us. How can be a future with us when you still stuck on your past? So I'm done. That's a automatic disqualifier. Or if you don't got your priorities
Okay.
right.
What about a guy who talks a lot about his mom?
The guy that talk a lot about his mom, that could be workable. Because you see how they a relationship with is, and a lot of sons are close to their mothers. So as long as it's appropriate, because some stuff be appropriate where it's borderline. Are you dating your mother? So
Yeah, right.
seriously.
Or
so
you wanna date your mother?
right. So we gotta it's give or take to the extent that the relationship is, because like for me, I'm very family oriented, so I talk about my family a lot, but it's not crossing any boundaries. So I just think with anything, it's to the extent that it is, or even like we definitely want a male that works that can be a provider.
Yeah.
But if I'm talking to someone and they come across like, and this is a problem, I'll say a problem with men, but this be my problem sometimes too, when you don't have the time. You got all this stuff, you always doing something, you don't have no time, wherever, so it's like, okay, why I'm gonna get involved with dating you? If you clearly telling me you have no time for nothing, then you don't have time for me. So it's gonna be, a waste of
How
time.
it is, man. When he wants you,
He makes the time.
He makes the time, and that's true, and that's for women too. If
Mm-hmm.
man never has time, then he doesn't want you.
And that's good. And for us that's out there on the dating scene, take note of that. Somebody that they saying they want to date you, but they don't make the time for you, then they really not interested. Because like Nayla said, if they was interested, then they will make the time. I had dated someone that they really wanted to go on a date. 3 days later, he drove up to where I was at so we could go out on a date. Rearranged his whole schedule because he really wanted to go on that date. And this was a busy person. So it's like Nayla said, when they want to, that shows. So we got to be mindful, I think, of dating, of people's actions. I've heard so many lies with dating. What comes out of somebody's mouth, don't judge them by that. Judge them by their actions. That's how they really care about you.
Behavior, yeah.
What
What about the guy who talks a lot about sex? And like
Isn't that every guy?
from the beginning.
Isn't that every guy? No.
Some can wait a little bit.
No, to me, when we talk about red flags, a guy that always talking about is sex from day one, first initial contact, is a red flag, because when you get into know somebody, that's not should be the first thing that come out your mouth. You know me as a person before you're trying to get between my legs. Like know who I am. If the first conversation is, then that leads me to know you just look at me as a booty call or a one night stand or something to add to your list of who you hit, who you slept with, or whatever. So I rather get to know me first. I have a problem when it's just like discussion of
Yeah.
sex from the jump. I'm like, that's a red flag for me.
Yeah, or like a man who is just talking about his skills in bed, how good he is, and like what he can do to you, and that's kind of like no. It's like if you wanna do something, we can like do it in person, but I'm not talking about it stuff 24/7. You know,
Exactly.
It's just like prove it. You know, you don't have to talk about it. Just prove it.
And it's with anything else. Action speaks louder than words. So you're wasting your breath saying all this, that, and the third, and it actually could be a turnoff.
Yep. Well,
It'll
it
be a
is,
turn-off
I
because-
think, for like
yeah.
women, it is many times. Yep.
But I want you to talk to you, like as a lady. How you gonna treat me as a lady? So her, I'm gonna bend you over backwards and lick this and lick that and. Excuse me?
Yeah, right. They're like, oh my gosh.
Bend over, touch your toes, and like,
Yeah.
come on.
That's what you want to hear, you know?
What happened to chivalry and all in the nice
Yeah.
days? I'm gonna take you out for a nice one. How was your day?
Yeah.
You know, you need a
I'm
massage.
gonna treat you nice.
Right, those
you
type of
know?
conversation. It ain't that no more. It's like throw it back like a quarterback. I don't care. Wait for you. Like, excuse me. Jeez.
Hold on, where are we going with this?
We just talk about dating. We just talk about dating.
Yeah,
It's serious, but this is the truth of it.
it is.
You
it
know,
is, yeah, it
so
is.
you gotta be, again, we gotta be mindful when we dating of the red flags, of the signs, of the conversations, and that should help us to know if they're gonna progress to the first date, the second date, third date, or whatever.
Listen, this talk is gonna continue.
On another
Okay,
episode.
yeah.